How about that? Sound a little bit better? I think I'm actually talking to you now. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Echoing? Okay. How about that? We're not echoing now, or are we still echoing? Another test, another test, another test. Let's see how we're doing. Tim, are we still echoing over here? Low frequency hum. That's probably this. Is the humming sound over with? Okay. Yeah, that's the light box for the microscope. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Have to turn my microscope on so I can see, and that's causing that noise. The fan on the inside of the microscope is causing, or the light box is causing that noise. There's nothing I can do about it. So there it is, back on again. It's a fan inside the light, but I hope, let's see, let me move it a little bit further away if I can, and get a little bit further away from the noise. Okay, best I can do, boys and girls. Here we are. We've got us a beautiful foil wrapped, very well preserved roll of 1961 D Lincoln Cents. I've never been into it, have no idea what's here, so we are going to open this roll together. Actually, it's going to take a little bit of time to get it open, but hey, that's part of the show, right? So I'm going to find the edge of the tape. This has indeed been sealed since before I was born. There's that piece of tape. Here's the edge of some more, I think. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's the edge of another piece. Nope, that was a small piece. I'll tell you what, they designed it so that no one was going to get into this. Not by accident, anyway. Let's see what I can do about getting the end of it open. We got just a few more of these to go through this week. So this is going to be a regular thing this week. I guess it's going to take me a little bit of time to get them open. So I don't really want all this stuff in there where the coins are going to go. There we go. Open it on the blank desk so I can just rake it aside. And dun dun dun. So how's everybody's weather? I heard that there's snow moving through the middle part of the country. Some people under blizzard warnings. And here, well, probably about 50 degrees with sunlight. Beautiful sunny day outside. I guess we've been told to expect rain tomorrow, so it's probably going to get a little worse tomorrow. Good gosh. Okay, now it's time to break out the scalpel. Do a little bit of surgery on this guy. There we go. See how that works. I got it off. The humming is gone now? That's odd. I haven't turned the light off. The light's still on. I know as soon as I turn that light off and everybody says, oh, the humming is gone. Yeah, I know what it is. It's a halogen light in there. And given that it's a halogen light, it gets really hot. So there's a fan inside there that keeps it cooler. Now I finally got the... Gosh, I cannot believe how thorough this person was about what they did here. So I've got the foil off, now I'm just working on the paper. Here goes the paper. 1961, folks. This has been wrapped up for over 50 years, almost 60 years. We got more tape on the inside here. But with this kind of paper, I'm hoping that we get good toners. There could be some really nice toners in here. Okay, there's that end. I'll get this other end taken care of. Oops, there's some coins. Well, we know they're red, at least by the edge. They've been well protected over the years. Look all this mess they were in. Alright, there we go. Let me get all this mess out of the way. Alright, close my scalpel. I actually did surgery on a roll of coins. Alright, now let me get the coins out. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, there's some toning on this end. And it looks like some toning on the other end, but these coins are extremely bright. They look very fresh. Very tightly rolled, too. I'm trying to get them out very carefully, so I don't cause any issues with any of the coins. Oh, still got one left in there. Or even one more. Okay, the end roll coins are not as toned as I would like for them to have been, but they are still very nice. All the coins in the roll are very nice. And so, we get started. Coin number 1 goes to Mike Birchman. And here is coin number 1. This was the end roll coin, so it does have a little bit of toning on it. Looking at the toning right now. Alright, let me get my lighting situated here, so you can see what we're doing. Focused in properly. And coin number 1 in the roll. It appears it could be a small. No, it is a really minor RPM, I think. But we're not going to count this because it's just too minor to list. A little tiny split on the lower serif. Around here and look at the I, and God we trust, and liberty, and we've got nothing here. I flip it over and take a look at the reverse real quick, and let me get my light adjusted to it. Got a nice die break on the reverse, but we don't have much of anything else here. Do this. Looks like we've got some You know, that's going to be a fair amount of machine doubling, it appears. Gosh, my stuff is just falling apart or something. I don't know what's going on. Can't keep my camera straight, can't get my light on straight. Yeah, that's machine doubling up there at the bottom of America. So we got nothing on the reverse of this one. That's for Mike Birchman, coin number 1. Now, coin number 2. I've still got junk all over up here. Get some of this junk out of the way. Okay, there we go. I got myself cleaned up to a point where I can actually do the job. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry about the fan noise. There's absolutely nothing I can do. If you want to see the coins, I have to have the fan noise. I have no choice. Not found anything here inside this roll. Of course, I've only been through one coin. This one goes to Paul Hampton. There's absolutely nothing I can do about the fan noise. I might be able to look into it and see if there's something that can be done at some later point, but the machine makes a noise, and that's the noise it makes. And if I want to look at the coins, have to have the noise. Let's see. I can't move it further away. I can't be further away. I can't do anything. This is it. Nothing on this coin either. Let's see if I take a look at the other side, maybe. Man, this is just annoying. I'm not getting a good angle on my light, and I do not know why. Yeah, it's about the best I can do. Alright. It may be that my fan is going out. I have no idea. I'll have to check and see if I can do anything to make it better. I mean, I can change the... I changed the frequency of the fan just a little bit. Yes, my wife knows the dangers of touching my coins. She will not do it. She doesn't even come in this room generally. Never comes in this room unless I'm here. Okay. Now it seems like we've got things going a little better. Let's see if I can even turn the light down a little bit more. Maybe I can turn the light down a little bit more. There. Gonna make things get a little bit over dark up here. I should be able to fix that. Let me see if I can fix it. Nope, there's nothing else I can do with it. Yeah, this is as good as it gets, folks. This is one of the best lights on the market. Unfortunately, it makes noise. And my microphone is somehow picking it up. Probably because it's, well, about the only other noise in the room. Maybe if I had music or something going, the fan would not take over. That's coin number 2. Nothing on coin number 2. Man, I hope this changes. Don't want this to be a bad roll. Orig comes out. Coin number 3. What do we have for coin number 3? Yeah. Looks like it could be an RPM. And it is a minor RPM. Zoom in on that. And my lighting today is not working well. Nothing is working well today. It's like everything's half broken. look at it really closely, I see that we don't really have enough to worry with this one at all. Zoom back out. Get back on the hunt. Nothing on the eye. Nothing in the motto. Check Liberty real quick. Nothing on Liberty. I'll flip it over and take a look at the reverse. See if we may have something. What I look for here is I look for something headed toward the rim. I generally look for doubling toward the rim with notching at the bottom of the letters. I look at FG for doubling in or around the letters on FG. And I see nothing. Sorry, Sir Gold. But my wife has always known this is my refuge. This is what I do. I don't take coins to the dining room table. I don't take coins to the living room. I do everything I do in one room. I keep everything in one room. So if she wants to close the door and get some solace from the noise of the coins, she can. Man, I tell you what, this light situation is not good at all. I don't want them side lit. I want them top lit, but I don't want that white halo around all the letters. It makes them hard to see. Part of that's because my lights turn down too much. But I do that so you don't hear the loud noise. I can't remember if this ever made less noise than it does now, but it doesn't sound any different than it always has. Perhaps I can look into it and see if there's a fan I can replace in it. I know there's a fan, but replacing it may be a huge challenge because this is a very rare machine. You don't see them very often. The company that made it's still alive, so perhaps I could write the company and ask them if they have a replacement fan. Well, it was coin number 4 for Randy. I don't know if I was showing his name or not, but coin number 4 for Randy. Now coin number 5. Coin number 5 goes to Orig. Let's see what we have on coin number 5, if anything. Nope, again, not an RPM. Let's check the eye area. Nothing on the eye. Nothing in the motto. See if we have anything here on the bottom of the L. This is irritating. Well, I think I may, but I'm going to have to zoom way in on it to see it. I'm going to pull that out as a possible. Let's say that's a possible. Maybe a bar L. I'll have to take a look at it through stereoscopic view to be able to see for sure. So we're going to go back and take another look at the mint mark and get a marker so that we'll know what we're looking for. And we see more examples of these. The light's a little bit better now. A little bit better. I've got to be able to see the markers though. Looks like there's a real thin die crack going over the VDB area, but that's not going to be enough for me. It's going to get covered up on other coins as we go through the roll. Let's see. Okay. The D is closer to the 9 than to the 6, and it's a pretty close punched mint mark. Then the there's a die dot on the vest west of the D. See about the nose, mouth, ear, eye, anywhere die scratches, anything I can pick up. Okay, there we go. If I could ever get it to show up properly, which I doubt I'm going to be able to do, there is a spiked head die crack here. So it goes from the top of the head up through the W of we. I believe that's a die crack, but I can't get it to show up right. This is very irritating. I can't tell. I have to look at it with my loupe to even see if that's a die crack. I can't figure it out right now. Okay, it does appear to be a die crack. See you later, Bulldog. Thank you, sir. To you and Vicky as well. Let's see. Does the E have a split serif? Which E? The E and we? Probably, but that would be normal. That would be something that all of them have because it's part of the master die doubling for the 6061 era. I don't think this is a die crack. It's just so hard for me to see. Get the light all flooded out of it. Nah, it's not a die crack. Looks like a crack in the planchet or something. Okay, so we'll just try to remember this one because I can't find a marker on it because my light is not working well. Today is just one of those days I just want to quit. Not working. Nothing is working the way I want it to. Okay, that die dot's going to have to be it. I've got it centered in the picture right now. That's going to have to be it. And what we have is a possible bar L. So I'll pull it out. It's going to be coin number 5 for Orig. I'll set it over here and we'll keep looking. Coin number 6 goes to Deanne. Deanne's next in line. And it could be the same die again. It appears that it could be. I'm not going to get any better than this today. Just not going to happen. I don't have the die dot, but I do have the D in the right position. No, this is nothing. Check the L again. See if I have anything going on in the L. No, nothing that'll help. Just not enough there. So I don't think that's going to be anything. Now it's for DN. Now coin number 7. We haven't hit an RPM yet. 61D is just ripe with RPMs. We haven't hit one yet in this roll. I know very well that when people were actually building these rolls, RPMs weren't a thing. Cohen wrote a book, came out in 1967, that talks about die cracks and the die chips. The first RPM book was a 1961 publication that Cohen did. The second RPM book was a 1981 edition. These coins were wrapped in 1961. Yo man, I ran into some technical issues with that as well. I was having a lot of internet problems last night and this morning, and I have not yet had a chance to finish the invoices because I had to try getting prepared for the reveals today, and then the reveals went impossible mode because I couldn't get the camera to work. And then, next thing you know, here we are, sitting at a reveal. Wife waiting for me to take her out to dinner because she just got back home from a very hard day of work. And I haven't sent out invoices. I've sent out invoices, I think, up to D or E, F, G, something like that. But I haven't been through the rest of the alphabet. Now all of a sudden my lighting seems to be getting a little bit better. A little bit. Just a little bit. Hey there, Donna. I haven't properly said hi to the people in the audience here today. Maybe that's my problem. So I'm not saying hi to people, and my equipment is letting me know, hey, you need to be talking to your people. Okay, this one doesn't have anything for R.J. Stone. That was his first coin. Now let's move on to coin number 9. Paul Hampton. Let's see what we have for Paul Hampton. Wow. No RPMs yet. No double die there. Yeah, you guys are going to have me taking my box apart now to see if I can do something about that fan. I did notice it's been making a little bit more noise, but I never really thought it was something that was that bad. It doesn't sound loud in here. I guess it sounds loud when it comes through the microphone. And I can't move it further away because it's only so long. That's coin number 9 for you. Now coin number 10 goes to Deanne. See if we can start picking up any RPMs out of here. Still nothing. Here's part of that master die doubling right here on the O. You can see it in this particular image. So I'm going to bring that up for you and show it to you a little bit closer. You can see doubling on the top of the G, top of the O. That is not machine doubling. That is master die doubling. Pretty much every die that was made in 1961 has approximately this same doubling, and that's because the master die had hub doubling, or a double die on it. Master die makes the working hubs, makes the working dies. So work it in a pyramid and you're talking about hundreds of dies made from one master die. So that's why you have basically nothing when you look at it. Okay, this one might be, again, might be a bar L, but I just have no real good way of looking at it right now. I can draw it down to 2 eyes and not trying to use a camera that's 3 feet away from me. And I'll be able to do a little bit more with it. I'll look through this roll again, make sure that I haven't missed anything. Mr. Crudeness? That's actually almost funny. Wanda calls him Mr. Crudeness and then says spell check is on high. This one goes to Majestic, and the reason that this one has a star in the front of it is because it is a gift. This one was a gift from Mr. Pruitt, from Brian Pruitt. And it does not appear that we have an RPM on this coin. Let's keep taking a look around and see what else we might have, if anything. No. Nothing here. I'll take a look at the reverse real quick and see if there's anything on the reverse to be... Wow, this is horrible. This is really hard to do. I understand What's going on with my lighting? I guess that's a little bit better. Still giving me a lot of star drag though. As I do this, it drags across the screen because it trails. I don't like that. Okay, Majestic's coin turned out to be normal. Let's see about coin number 12. Coin number 12 comes out for Mike Birchman. Well, about a week and a half ago, I found out my next door neighbor had COVID. Now their next door neighbor, 2 doors down from me, they have COVID. So it's spreading around the neighborhood. Those things, I'm just glad that the neighborhood was spared until they knew a little bit more about it. They know better about how to treat for it. Wouldn't have wanted this neighborhood to be the place that got COVID last March. That could have turned into a real problem. They had no idea how to treat it yet. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. Tomorrow is our wedding anniversary, so I'm taking Mama out to eat this evening. Yes, for those of you who haven't put 2 and 2 together, we did get married on the 24th of December. We did that because we always knew that we would have that day off to be able to go out to dinner or whatever. That there wouldn't be any argument about whether or not we took that day off. And here we are, mid-pandemic, and we've got the day off. Okay, got nothing going on there. A little bit of machine doubling on the end. Just a little tiny bit. Thank you, Yeoman. Much appreciated. Joe McBride, Wanda, Sir Gold. Tomorrow will be 8 years that we've been married. We're both just kind of enjoying life as empty nesters, wanting to grow old together and just do our own thing. We're both very independent people. We don't need to speak to each other on a very regular basis. She stays downstairs, I stay upstairs for the most part. But when we do come together, we go out, take walks together. We go down to town and grab the mail and do a little grocery shopping or whatever together. So we do spend time together. We just don't spend all of our time together. We're in the same house all the time. I guess it's kind of like any other working stiff couple of people. You're going to end up together some and apart some. We just spend our time apart inside the house too. My dad says, "Oh, that's not good for a marriage." Yeah. It is when you work it right. We have no problems with it. Okay, not an RPM. I thought it might be, but it appears not. We'll see if I can do something to change. change things down a little bit. Let's see. Dark field correction. That's not it. Color adjustment. We're right where we need to be there. Take a little bit of the color brightness out of it. There we go. Contrast up just a little bit. And knock the gamma down. Okay, so for this then, we need to be dealing with the white balance. Let's see. Now I go for the exposure and gain. Knock the gain up some, see what happens. No, I'm not. I'm just not getting what I want. I'm getting way too much white flash. Not at all what I'm looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. Guess that's about the best I'm going to get. My color's right, folks? So let me know if my colors are wrong. Since I changed my light exposure, I have to change everything else. Just not really doing the job for me. Everything was all squiggly and wiggly and just not right. Alright, let me flip it over, take a look at the other side. I'm going to have to do some real soul searching about what's going on with this equipment. Because this camera seems to be, let me see what I can do here. Let me see if I can knock the live look down any. I can't. Yeah, that's certainly not going to do it. Certainly not going to do it. That was going way too slow. This is the lowest resolution that I can do. To get what we're kind of after. And it isn't really working well. But doing the best I can with it. Yeah, I know I need more light, Donna, but I can't turn it up because if I do, it makes too much noise. That's my primary issue. Because where I usually have the light is up here. And I get better light that way so that I can move my light shields away and still get good exposure. But today none of that is working. Because I generally don't look at coins flat like this. I generally look at coins at a tilt. Because when I take photographs, the light looks completely different from the way it looks now. And there's no way that I could actually get everything all set straight sitting 2 feet beside the microscope to completely do with this what the scope does when I'm taking pictures. I mean, here, take a good look at this right here. Alright, get a good look at it. Look at what's lit, what's not lit, and everything else. Now, I'll show you what I do when I actually take photographs There's my photograph light. I say I could catch everything with this, but the problem is the coin is on a tilt, and I can't readjust all the time. See, if I move down here, it goes out of focus. It's only in focus when I'm up here. If I move, I go out of focus. But I can get really good photographs like this. There you go. It'd be for perfect photos. But I can't adjust the light like this and actually have it work because I'm on a curved block a good 2.5–3 inches above where I normally look when I'm trying to do shows like this. And this is about the best I can do in that case. So while it is okay, it's just not great. So that one's coin number 15, Levels of Madness. It doesn't appear that we're going through any RPMs in this roll, unfortunately. Farm Dog comes up next. If we do have RPMs, they're still hiding from us. Nothing on that coin. Nothing on the eye. Okay, nothing there. The reverse is kind of an exercise in futility when it comes to 1961D because I don't know of any existing at all. If there are any, I don't remember them, which means they are very uneventful and minor. Done looking there. Hey, Coin Captain. Updates on the software for the camera? No, I haven't checked, but I just got it a few months ago, so I should still be okay. Here's for Yo Man. Next coin for Yo Man. Let's see if I have anything here. No, unfortunately I don't. Nothing. Nothing on this coin either. So that's for you, man. Now coin number 18. John L. These are nice coins. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the coins. They're full gem coins. Beautiful coins, actually. But we're just not finding any die varieties on them. Let's see. Taking a look around, I don't have anything else going on with this coin, so I think what I'm going to do is go on ahead and move on to the next coin in the roll. I know my volume is low, that's because I'm speaking very softly. And you guys are just having a wonderful conversation there. I'm not going to interrupt your conversation. I'll keep talking to the people who aren't reading. Oh, I know you're listening. It's just a little poke. Some people get in here and have basically a telephone conversation. I'm fine with that. I don't care. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's what this is for. It's a hangout. That's what we're doing. It's like I've said before, my only reason doing this in the beginning was to document what I was and was not finding, to show people that I was actually opening things for the first time I've ever seen them, that I wasn't stacking the deck or doing anything out of the ordinary to or for anybody. I want everyone to have an equal chance to get something in there based on the number of coins they purchased. I wouldn't want to stick anybody on the front or the back of the roll or anything to that effect without actually being very honest about doing so, and that's exactly what I am. And you guys now know that I'm a pretty honest person. I'm going to do everything straight up into the numbers, so we don't have to draw names out of the bag anymore. I can assign the names prior to the reveal. The reveals go a lot quicker this way than trying to pull them out of a bag. Here's John L. again. And sometimes you just run into a roll where you're not going to get much of anything out of it. And unfortunately, that happens to be what we're running into with this roll. We've got pretty coins. A lot of them are full, beautiful gem coins. And got just not much anything else with them. That's the unfortunate part. But we do still have other rolls in this series to go through. This one could possibly be an RPM. Looks like it might be. It's got that bar running through the middle of the D. So I'm going to pull it out. And pull it out. Study it really closely. If it turns out that it is an RPM, I'll be watching for other examples of the same die as I'm going through the roll. After I pull a good marker off of them and go through the rest of the roll, I'll be able to pick out all of the examples of this particular die. Should I agree to my initial assessment that it is a double die. Actually an RPM. Said double die meant RPM. Alright, so this one goes off to the side for Marshall. Got two of them on the side now. One possible bar L and one possible repunchment mark. We did get a doorbell ring after I started the broadcast, so I may have some box mail that I've been waiting for. I'll have additional rolls in it. That would be a good thing. I've been waiting for a box for quite some time now. 2 weeks, I think. Well, given that priority is supposed to be there in 3 days, 2 weeks is a long time to wait. Now we go to Randy. Randy, I'm going to get coin number 24. This is coin number 24. Oh, do we have something? Or is that just a piece of something? Oh, there's a little fleck of metal sitting on the coin. It may not even be attached at all. But it's just a little fleck of metal. Yep. Not an RPM at all. It's Marshall's lucky day. That's right, Marshall. You may actually have a nice little RPM going on there. Let's see what I can do here with this. There we go. Get my focus on. There's more little flecks of metal. A crushed L. Alright, let me take a look around here and see if there's anything on the reverse that will save the fate of this coin. I'm saving the fate of coins. That's what I'm doing. What you doing, Chuck? You're hunting through rolls? No, I'm saving the fate of coins. I am the Penny Whisperer. Now, this is a gift for Paul Hampton. Majestic bought these. Gift for Paul Hampton. Let's see what we have here. Well, this one is probably the best RPM in the roll. A little minor thing, but I'm looking at a hook above the D that looks like it could be part of another D. Let's see, let's zoom into it real closely and see what we can see here. See that thing coming out of the northwest northeast corner of the D right below the 6? I'm trying to get the coin turned a little bit more so I can see it better. And I'm probably going to have to lean toward no on this, unfortunately, because I don't really see anything there. But it is an RPM anyway. It's a split lower serif. I'll hold it out, take a better look at it later. That tells me that I've probably run through other examples of this and not pulled them out because, well, it's kind of unusual to run into the first example of an RPM directly in the middle of the roll. We're on coin number 25, so this one is the very middle of the roll. Not the middle, but it's right next to the middle because the middle isn't a coin at all. You got 25 and 25 with a little bit of area in between. That's the middle of the roll. But this one's right next to the middle of the roll. We've got a nice die chip out, or die dent out in front of the chin. See, I said die chin. I was trying to, and that's not going to work. So I set that one off to the side. I'm going to take a better look at it later, and that one's going to be going to Paul Hampton. It was a gift from Majestic. Here's DN. See what we can pick up for DN. As soon as my crap stops rocking and moving, because I got my light set up all weird, my finger keeps running into it and making it rock. I have very little clearance here. Between the light and the base that the coin is sitting on top of a piece of board is about an inch. So once you get the coin and the little piece of mat board underneath there, you've got probably 3/4 of an inch I'm dealing with, and my fingers are pretty fat, pretty big fingers. You saw the wizard, Wayne Herndon? Is that the wizard we're talking about, Spiked Head Die Crack? I like Wayne. Wayne's a nice guy. Also runs a great business. I remember him from back before he really had much of a business. He had a dealership, but he didn't really do much with the books yet. And all the supplies. Shipped 5 days ago and stuck in St. Louis. That sounds about right. I had a package stuck in Raleigh for a month. I've got a package now. I don't know where it is, but it was sent from Michigan 2 weeks ago and it still hasn't gotten here. I had another package. This one's for Brian Pruitt here. I had another package leave Southern Illinois, headed to me, got stuck in St. Louis. Phone call. I'll take it some other time. That is a fiber sitting on the coin that appears to be something next to the mint mark. Is what that is. So there's nothing else actually on the mint mark. Marshall, I'm not really sure that it would do any good, but I would try getting a hold of the postal inspector in your area That would be the postal inspector up in Memphis. And I would talk to the postal inspector up there, send them an email or something, get their information, file a claim through the website for them to do further investigation. How long ago was the package lost? Because I had a package that was sitting out swimming around in the system for nearly a month, and entered the second month, and the sender got a hold of the postal inspector in their area. The postal inspectors ended up doing an investigation, finding the box and shipping it back to him. Basically what happened was they had so mishandled the box that they had completely rubbed off the house number on the shipping label where it was supposed to be delivered. They had the zip code. They could have sent it to the right zip code, but they are so inept these days. They don't do any address name match research trying to find who they go to. I can remember doing that back when I was working postal in the military. You would actually take a roster of all of the people on your routes. So basically a list for everybody in the zip code. And other than very common names, most of your names are only going to have 3, 4, 5 different possible addresses. And knowing the name of the street, there isn't anyone else with my last name living on the same street, so it'd be very easy for them to have sent it to the proper zip code and then have the proper zip code do the address research from there and deliver the package. But they were too lazy and didn't do that. So they could read the name of the person who sent the package. I got it back to his post office. The post office called him, told him to come pick it up. So it was a matter of having to resend with new postage, which I think is a complete crime. So you did have an appeal on that, but did the appeal go through the postal inspector? Because I'm thinking that you could have gotten better action out of a postal inspector to go find the box and get it shipped to you. I mean, it disappeared from the system, so it disappeared. Was it stolen? You could report that they are stealing packages. That does happen on occasion. Postal inspectors will get involved in something like that. Tim, what are we oopsing about? Hey, Farm Dog. There's one for levels. Coin number 31 in the roll. Man, I really hate it that we're not getting any RPMs in this. There's so many other rolls that I've been through and we got RPMs. I guess we're really kind of looking for condition in this roll anyway. This is another one of those with the little hook on the top of the D. It is an RPM, but the RPM is actually a lower split serif. I don't think that little hook on the top of the D matches up with the curve on the mint mark, so I'm going to discount that as part of an RPM. I think the RPM is all about the lower serif, and it's not, I don't think it's going to be enough to list. Ah, okay. All right, Tim. Got it. I was hoping you weren't coming to me for having said something wrong, because I don't remember having said anything wrong. Yeah. My social security number is, yeah, that would be something I definitely would not want to say. That would definitely deserve an uh-oh. Now Tim Morrell. How about that? Tim Morrell's coin right here. Let's see what Tim ends up with. Well, this is actually a nice RPM. There we go, Tim. There's you a nice RPM. Let's zoom in on this one because it's like the feature of the roll so far. I don't know the number on this one, but it's definitely got one. I'm sure it does. Very nice. Alright, ready to move on now. I'm going to have to check this one top, bottom, front, and back because, well, first time we've run into this Coin number 32. First time we've run into this die in this roll. We know that the roll's been sealed since 1961, so there's not really a chance anybody could have stuck this one into the roll. So normalcy would say that we're going to find another one, at least another one. See you around, Spike Ted Die Crack. We will be back this evening. I think I've got it scheduled at 8:30 or something to that effect. 8 or 8:30 this evening. I think 8:30 this evening. We're going to be doing the second roll out of this foil wrap series, which is going to be a 1962 D roll. So if you want to watch that one live, check the channel for the time. Come back at the appropriate time, and we'll be right here. Oh, there's another one of our... Is this the same one? I think it is. Yep, it's the same RPM. Being that it's the same RPM, I think I actually see something on this one that I didn't see on the last. This one could actually have a hook coming out of the upper right part of the mint mark, which means it could be a tripled mint mark, but I'm going to have to check that one carefully. And we've got nothing else going on this one. Oh, poo-poo. This is the same coin, duh. I looked at the obverse, then I looked at the reverse, and then I looked back at the obverse again. Well, I gotta get my stuff straight here. Here's another one from Marshall. Let's see what Marshall gets. There is another RPM right there. I don't think this is the same one. It might be. Could be the same RPM. It is definitely a nice one, though. Hey, Hawkeye. Yeah, definitely a nice RPM here. Keep taking a look around real quick. See what else we come up with on this, if anything. As soon as I get finished with this roll, I am going to have to take off. I have my family, my wife, waiting downstairs to go to dinner. I think we're going to go to a Japanese steakhouse this evening. It'll be my first time out to do anything in, well, it's been a couple of weeks, I think. So there's Marshall's RPM. Now 34. Coin number 34 goes to Brian Pruitt. Let's see if we can continue this wonderful streak of finding some RPMs close to the end of the roll. And what do we have here? Okay, that looks like something stuck to the coin. Yeah, that's not part of the relief of the coin. The light doesn't bend at all around that. I don't think. Yeah. Don't think we have anything there. Let's move on around, take a look at the rest of the parts of the coin, see if there's anything here for us to really be watching for. Let me flip it over and take a look at the reverse now. So how's Pennsylvania holding up today, Hawkeye? You guys have snow? It's almost cold enough to snow here. I mean, we're about 10 degrees above snow weather here. But I'm pretty far south of you, too. Dunamac. Dunamac gets coin number 35. This is coin number 35. Go look at coin number 35. Look at 35. And 35 doesn't have anything on the obverse. Still got snow. Snow on the ground though, right? I don't only live in North Carolina, which is quite far south from there, but I also live in the lowlands. I think we're less than 400 feet above sea level. So we don't get much for snow around here. It's kind of chilly and wet though. I'm expecting rain tomorrow. We're going to let it rain, just stay home tomorrow, I think. I did have 3 reveals scheduled for today, but because of my technical difficulties earlier in the afternoon, I had to schedule one of those reveals for tomorrow during the day. I didn't want to do any reveals on my wedding anniversary, but as it turns out, the equipment pushed the issue. Yeah, we don't get sake here. You want sake, you have to order it. I'm not really that much of a drinker anyway, so I don't miss it. My sweet tea works out just fine. Alright, Farm Dog has nothing in that coin other than a nice 1961 D Lincoln cent. Here's John L. again, coin number 37. And coin number 37 will have, nothing, unfortunately. It's another one of those ones that has a little hook on the upper part. So it is a very minor repunchment mark that I don't think is going to be a listable one. So we keep looking. You want a big hook? Eric Beyer gets coin number 38. Let's take a look at coin number 38 and see what's there. Actually, I spoke to a person today on the phone that I had never spoken to before, and we had about a 20-minute conversation. And near that 20-minute conversation, she asked me, "Well, what do you do for a living?" And I said, "Well, I sell coins online." "Oh, well, that sounds interesting." Yeah. So, broadcast an auction each week. Broadcast other shows where I'm talking about coins to people, and she says, "Oh yeah, you definitely have the voice for that." I thought, well, there's another person telling me I have a really good voice. I thought, wow. I never even saw it that way. You know, the whole time I've been growing up, and here I am, never really thought I had that wonderful of voice, but I have people contrary to that idea. Maybe we might have an RPM here. Yeah, not seeing anything, unfortunately. Sorry, folks. Here, if you want the chef shoots sake in your mouth from the grill to your mouth until you've had enough. Yeah, not here. But I'm okay with that, because sake has enough of a gasoline taste. I don't think I'd want to be taking it by the shot. It's definitely a sipping thing. You have to have a lot of good sushi with it, because it's it's about like eating fire. I'm not really sure why anybody drinks it, but yeah, it's okay. It has kind of an okay taste. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, here's another coin that has nothing on it, I don't think. I'm moving a little bit too much. Stop it! Nice huge die crack right there next to, or die scratch, I mean, right there next to the one. Actually appears to go down into the vest. That'd be a wonderful marker if we had anything to have it be a marker for. But unfortunately, we got nothing for this to be a marker for. So I guess we're just going to keep moving on. See what we have here. If anything special. Ah, Sir Gold. I could have been a world famous radio personality. Yeah, I don't have the voice like Howard Stern or those other people. It's that guy that wore the cowboy hat, Imus. The pug had 7 pups. Wow. That's a lot of little pugs. Oh, light is finally behaving, more or less. Maybe it looks exactly like it did when I started, and I'm the one who's finally behaving. One way or the other, we're making it through this last 10 coins relatively quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and start my sign-off procedure. That way when I get done with the 50 coins, I can sign off and everybody will be happy. Want to thank everyone for showing up today. We have another show later on this evening. I unfortunately did not remember the time, but it's sometime after 8 p.m. If you go to the channel, you'll be able to figure out when my next show is and what time it will be. I'm going to try to be back and try to match that time. If I don't, I may be a little late. Just check in, go do something else or whatever, and then come back. I should be here on time. I shouldn't have any trouble with that. Here's another one of our nice RPMs. I have to flip it around this way for you to see the lower serif, but there it is right there. So I know that Tim Morrell and let's see, Tim Morrell and not Majestic, it was New Marshall. I already had one of these, so now Donna Mac has one to match, and hers has a little struck through right behind the head. How about that? 8:30, okay. So 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. Join us right here on the Copper Coins channel. I guess I could do commercials. For the exciting unveiling of a coin roll that has been together for nearly 60 years. Coins haven't seen the light of day since before most of us were born, and we're going to open that roll up right here this evening for your viewing pleasure. Sorry, Mike, I have not sent invoices to most people yet. I will get to those tonight. I'll get them sent out to you. It's my unfortunate faux pas that I was not able to send them for the first couple of hours after the show last night. Then when I did get to sending them, I had no internet. So then I got up this morning and started working on my shows, thinking that I'll get all the stuff done for the shows and get the shows ready, and then I will get the invoices sent. Well, what happens? I get on and start testing things, trying to figure out what's going on with my shows, and my shows won't work because my camera is not working. So then I go on a full-on panic, have to reschedule shows and trying to reset everything and turn everything on, turn everything off, install new software, whatever it takes, and finally got the cameras working. So I came back on at 4 o'clock to start this reveal, and that's all I've gotten done. So I will be sending the invoices late this evening after the next reveal. It's going to be after the 8:30 reveal. Should be finished with that around 10 o'clock, and then I'll start sending the invoices. Here's another gift coin to Jeff Dunn. This one goes to Jeff Dunn. I believe Majestic paid for this one as well. It's another RPM. There you go. Jeff Dunn joins the crowd along with Donna Mac, Marshall, and Tim Morrell. So this will be the 4th one of these I found in this roll. So that shows me we do have an original roll for sure. But that'll be 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific this evening. 1962D. Dig through a roll and I'll see what we can find in there. You never know what RPMs or double dies might show up. We do have a couple of nice double dies. And now coin number 46. Coin number 46 is a gift to Farm Dog. And that coin is this one. No, this one's got the hook on the top, so that means that it is, yeah, it's that minor RPM that I don't think is going to be a listable one, but we're going to take a better look at it later and see if it is. And if it is, I've got a whole bunch of them in this roll that are going to end up getting listed. If it is. Congratulations, Fef. Oh, Jeff. I like typos, and then sometimes I really like the typos that we get because of voice recognition and spell check. We get some real dandies. Here you see the one on Facebook that flies around. This person asked Mom, well, what are we having for dinner today? I said, butthurt potatoes. Now, we're going to have butthurt potatoes? No, buttered potatoes. Put too much pressure on it, falls slightly out of focus. It wasn't the focus on the scope. It was just I was pressing down a little bit too much on the cardboard. See, if I press it down, then you come out of focus. It's a very short focal length, but that's what you get for working with a microscope. You get a very short focal length. Did I put that down that way? I meant to put it down this way. That's Yo-Man. Yo-Man Gold gets coin number 47. He's the one who usually lands on me for not putting the name up, and here I put his down. There's Orig. Next coin goes to Orig. That's coin number 48. We've got 3 coins left in the roll. This is number 3, then number 2, and then number 1. Been a rough go of it today for me, but things are improving as the evening goes on. I need to go out and get myself fed because I haven't eaten anything all day. No breakfast, no lunch. And for a diabetic, that's not a good thing. I need to get my blood sugar back in check. Okay, this one's going to be a nothing, unfortunately. Alright, coin number 49. Jeff Dunn again. Coin number 49 goes to Jeff Dunn, and this is coin number 49. And this is going to be another one of my little upper hook coins that has a little tiny split lower serif. So we got a lot of these in here. Ended up with a number of them through this roll. But nothing going on with the rest of the coin. That's coin 49. Now the last coin in the roll, coin number 50, goes to Levels of Madness. Levels of Madness will get this coin. Back of this one was facing the front. We've got a nice RPM on this side. Very nice RPM with a little bit of toning on the reverse. How do you like that? So Levels got himself a really nice RPM out of this. Go on through and see what we got for the rest of the obverse. Then we'll flip it over on the reverse and we'll back out of it a little bit and take a look at the toning. If we can actually see the toning, because my scope is not behaving well today. You actually can't really see the toning, but it runs from the left side of the building down through the 1 of 1 cent. We are going to see this toning one way or another. We're going to see the color on this roll, on this coin here. There we go. Now we have a little bit of toning to show you. It's not the prettiest toning. There are some spots on this coin as well, but there is a little bit of blue color in there. And that's what was on the end of the roll. So we got a nice RPM with a little bit of toning at the very last coin of the roll. That leaves us coin number 50 as the first one in the recap. We've got coins numbered 50, 45, 42, 33, 32, 25, 22, and number 5. I may have missed one or two, but I will find them on the recheck. For now, what I've got is Orig, Marshall, Paul Hampton, Tim Morrell, Marshall, Donamac, Jeff Dunn, and Levels of Madness. And that's what I've got in this roll. I will be back at 8:30 Eastern Time to give you the next roll, 1962D. It's another one of the, it's this one right here. It's another one of the rolls that, now this one, I believe is an original bank wrapped roll. It does say OWR on it. OWR means original wrapped. Why am I showing it to you upside down? OWR, there on the very bottom label. This is an FRB, so Fed Reserve Bank roll. So that's what we're going to do, 1962D, coming up this evening. I appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you for hanging out with me here. Thank you for listening to my gripes and complaints. I almost said the B word. But thank you for listening to my gripes and complaints about my lighting and everything else that's gone wrong in my life today. I think everything will be fine after a good dinner, and I will talk to you guys on the flip side of dinner. Be well, folks.